here we are on. We can share the conversation we've been having a little about remodeling, because we're talking about the fact that Yankee Stadium leaves us this year, and I'm not a Yankee fan, but when some of those iconic, legendary monuments are gone, you're thinking, wait a minute, I'm going to miss that place.
I know. I remember when I was a little child, my dad made sure he took me to the Polo Grounds, and a lot of the listeners may not be, viewers may not listen to Polo Grounds, and he took me there just so I could say I was at the Polo Grounds before they tore it down.
See, now you have just endeared yourself to all of the New Yorkers and former New Yorkers who now live here, much as Stephen Dubell lives here. And for those of you who live here a month, 6 months, 42 years, however long, you have probably all reacted much the same way to his specialty area, and that is that which gives you a facial tic, remodeling. And isn't it sad that something that is an arena of work and artistry that should bring great joy to people has all those black clouds around?
Well, I mean, I run across that every day when I speak to customers, and we're out there, people call me and they say, I've had this bad experience or this bad experience. And the problem is that the contractors that are out there, not saying all of them, but a lot of them go out there and they do work and they don't have the philosophy that I have, as if I would come to your house and do the work for you, just like if I did it for my own house. And if everyone would follow that code of ethics, so to speak, the contracting business would be a lot better, and people wouldn't be having those experiences and having that opinion of, oh my God, the contractor's coming.
If that Yonkers accent, by the way, sounds familiar, this is the same guy that's on Extra Radio Saturdays at 8 in the morning, Stephen Dubell, and you can find him there. You can also find him here for the next few minutes answering questions like this. The economy. Does it mean that more people are going after remodeling rather than shopping for a new home?
In my experience, the answer is yes, because I think what people have found is that if you are in an area that you like, and it's good for your children, the house is basically fits your needs, and it's in a geographical spot that works for your place of business when you go to work. You don't have to travel a half hour, 45 minutes, from the outer reaches, as we were doing the urban sprawl thing several years ago. That yes, remodeling is your best alternative to go instead of jumping from house to house. Before it was kind of easy. Hey, let's just move. It's not that easy anymore because the values have come down. Now, your value in remodeling will always be there, whether in any kind of economy. And a lot of people found that, yes, they still have enough equity to do, not maybe the big remodels that you were seeing like 2-3 years ago, but some of the smaller things like upgrading your kitchen and bathrooms, which usually brings the most value back to your home anyway, in any kind of market.
Does it increase the value of your home?
Yes. Yes, because...
one room more than another?
Yes, I would have to say, if I asked me that question, I would have to say definitely kitchen first, master bathroom second. Because that's, I mean, you spend a lot of time over the years as we've grown and become, expanded and created these great rooms where the kitchens and the living room area now become one big family type room where a lot of the time is spent in there, where people just want to be able to enjoy themselves. That yes, that is something that if for resale value, when you go into somebody's home, if you could see, even if it's an older home, but they have created this new area, it is definitely a good selling feature.
Well, let's talk about different rooms, as a matter of fact, and let's take a look at a couple as Stephen Dubell can describe remodeling a home the Dubell way.
Right. Now, this is a brand new home that actually we decided that we were going to build a big area, like a built-in, because we didn't want to just go buy furniture, because most of you know, if you go into a home and you put a wall unit up, what's the first thing you do when you move? You find a lot of dust and debris and stuff because you never move the piece of furniture. But doing a built-in, you're able to create a big entertainment area, which will actually, you won't have any dust except what's in the cube, which will be very minimal, but it also gives a nice view to what, actually what it looks like.
And it used to be that just simply entertainment areas were just that corner where the television set was. But you can see the framework of that, and then
And that's
what
the
it
finished
became.
product.
What an extraordinary artistic design area these things have been. Remember when you used to have doors that came across the screen of the television set because Mom didn't want the big eye looking out
Exactly.
when she entertained?
I remember those. Yeah, and that was a big selling feature. People used to go out and buy those all the time. Yes, we'll have either the sliding doors or the accordion type doors that closed off the tube.
Yes, and now the tube itself has become an important part of remodeling with entertainment centers like that. What else needs our attention?
Well, I think a lot of the other things that we need to deal with in the course of thinking about remodeling is your master bathroom. Now, this is a picture of exactly a tub area that we had to remodel because there was a closet immediately to the right of this, and we had to do some alterations in that to accommodate a larger master bath shower, which that's the finished product of the tub.
Very, very nice. Which brings to mind the question, though: do people take baths enough that you want to invest in this kind of a master bath design? I know people who say, well, why would I even bother spending thousands of dollars doing the sunken bathtub and living the life of the poobah when, in fact, nobody's going to use the tub?
A lot of people tell me that when we go in and do remodels, because it was there before, we recently did one out in Chandler that was very similar to this, and because it was there, they didn't want to take it out. But some people, when in the course of remodeling, say, let's expand the shower, take the tub out, because as long as you have one bathtub in a home, that's what the realtors will tell you, that as long as you have one, you're okay. So you could take one out and do whatever you want.
Let me see something else, because you see, when Stephen is on the radio, we can't do this, but at least we can show on television the kind of work that Stephen Dubell does with his remodeling firm. What do we have? Stephen?
Oh, that's actually the shower area that was a basic to the left, on the left side of the screen where there's a little niche that you could see, actually is the area where we took the closet out. And then we expanded the whole the whole shower is green boarded, and that is the finished product before the glass enclosure was installed.
Boy, anymore, and I will tell you that my wife and I, when we did the master bath, this is what we did with the multiple heads and things coming out of the wall, and it's like your own spa.
Exactly. And for what that picture was too, one of the owner actually wanted us to put in an extra handheld, shower arm to actually be able to wash their dog in the shower. So we did one low, because everybody asked me, well, what's that shower arm down low on the left side? Well, that was to be able to wash the dog.
You can do almost anything with the right remodeler. And if you want to find out how to shop for the remodeler, all you have to do is to listen to Stephen on Extra Radio, 8 a.m. Saturdays. Now, if you're looking for purity and absolute cleanliness, you know what? You're not going to find it here. You're only going to find it in the shower and the baths that Stephen Dubell creates. However, Stephen Cannell and his brand new book says, well, wait a minute, hold it. This is not devoted to smut, but there's some really crummy people. You'll meet them next.